guess I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
I think I'm here. I'm glad you are. Get his stuff together here.
But trying for every chance I get.
There we go. We are cranking. Are you shitting me? Hell yes, we're in charge of this shit. I know exactly what I'm doing. Every time. Y'all believe that? I got a bridge. Anyway, I love you. Thank you for being here. It is Sunday, baby. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting. And I'm in an extraordinary, I don't know why, good mood right now. Dorothy Tyndall was the first one to jump in, followed by the remixtress. Debbie Marie is here. Linda Gallup, thank you, baby, for being here. Carolyn and John Majesco, evening, y'all. I'm glad you're here. Irene Lambert. Jeff Curry is here twice. See him right there. Phyllis Harrison. Kelly Harris, all the way from Fort Worth, Texas. Love it, baby. Another Blue Dot in Texas. Jim Jett, how you doing? Trudy Baxter is back with us. Bruce Preston. Julie Gandy, hello, baby. Welcome to the family. I'm seeing new names here. Names I don't recognize, but stick around here, baby, because you will be. Penny Hartleman, and I'm going to get that right sooner or later. Our own Bernadette Prius here, thank goodness. Let me see who else. BW is here. Jeff Curry's here a lot, man. I love it because y'all start talking to each other, saying hello to everybody when they come in the room. That's this love of the Blue Dot family, the part that it blows me away every time. Scott Emmer is here. Let me say who else. Jan Beats. Penny. Oh, is it here again? It flies by, baby. Let me see. Reno. Oh, I'm going to mess this up, Reno. Reno Furrow. I'm going to go with Furrow. Reno, thank you for coming in and joining us. Let me see. Pat Hunter. AKY's here. Let me skip on down here because we got to get this going. There's a lot of messages already. I'll have to go through this later. Oh, look at all the love floating around in this room. Anyway, it is Sunday. Let's get this out of the way first. I got mail, baby. I got mail. Oh, Lordy. Get this up here, baby, because it is a box full of love. This came from our own Donna Bonacosi, and I hope she's in the chat out there. Her and Fred up there in Massachusetts sent me a box, baby, and it's going to be hard. I got Temptations for my cats. I got beef jerky for me. I got balls for the dogs. I got candy for Jenny, because that's her favorite, peppermint candy. I got a puzzle to put together, some more cat treats, dog treats, candles for Mama, facial mask. Well, I might need to try that myself. Polygram, make me look pretty. Hey, it'll make me look, anyway. Donna Bonacosi, she filled up the box with toys for all of us in the family. Everybody got a little something, and a lot of love packed into this box because it was quite heavy. And her and Fred have done this before. They are just wonderful people. Let me see. I don't know. There was something else. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. Anyway, and then if that wasn't enough, our dear friend Deborah today came by to visit me and Marcia for a little bit. She brought me a little sign. I'm going to hang it up. And if you can't see it, it says, it's the words to my favorite song. It says, I see trees of green and red roses too. I see them bloom for me, for you. And I think to myself, it's a wonderful world, baby, because it is. We just have to take time to stop and appreciate it every once in a while. Now, before we get into the headlines of the day, in the chat, we have a little challenge for the chat today. I'm going to watch it real good here for a minute because I want to ask everybody if they can see this. If anybody in the chat recognizes what John is holding up. And I'm going to give it a couple different views there. It looks like this. It looks like that. I am looking into it's just a little test to see if anybody else, because when I found this in the box, Marcia and I were sitting there trying to figure out what this is until I finally had to call Donna Bonacosi on the phone. And I asked her, Donna, it's made of plastic. And, no, it's not an opener. It's not a tongue scraper. That was my first one. There's my first one, Jeff. I said, well, that's got to be some kind of tongue. And then I thought that the edges are kind of serrated on the edge. And there it is. Chris, you're close enough. Chris Whitella. He says an eyelash comb, LOL. Well, Chris. I take my glasses off. This is for ladies, and this tickled us to death because we went for 15, 20 minutes trying to guess what this thing is. It's an egg thingy. Nope, not it. It's a sex toy. That's what it is, Jeff. Anyway, let's get off in the subject here. This is what ladies can use. The top part of it here, you'll notice when I place it under my eye, don't do this again, I'll poke my eyelash down. A woman can get under there and, of course, she's looking in the mirror, she can get in there and put her eyelash stuff on there and make them all look pretty. And then on the other end, you raise it above the eye, and you look at through here, and you do the same thing. That's some shit. It's an eyeglass makeup thing tool for you can get in there and make your. Anyway, we was just having fun trying to figure out. There it is, Bart Larson for all ashes. I thought as well. There you go, Bart. Smart people in this room, I'm telling you. Anyway. It's been rattling my mouth. I've already put out a rant today with my 2 cents. I was not too happy after some of the stuff I read in the news. And, just riled me up because we all know what the subject matter was. Our dear friend Donnie. Anyway, he's back in the news. Anyway, Bernadette.
Hi, John.
Hi, darling. We missed you the other day. Did you have a nice... I
was on vacay.
Well, you were on assignment in the kitchen. See, that's what you were.
Yeah, I have been in the kitchen. And I'm glad I'm not in the kitchen anymore. They had me chained up in there.
Thank you, Uncle Fatty. Appreciate that. Well, I'm glad they unchained you from the oven and let you join us again.
Yeah.
We did miss you, and I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving.
I did. I had a wonderful time off spending the week with my grandson.
What better time spent?
Yeah. He was off, too.
Oh, there you go. That always helps.
Yeah.
And Misha Chick.
Yes, John.
How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fine. We got some snow here.
Oh, I pray for you, darling. I'll pray for you.
That.
I'll open the door and let some of this warm air float back up. It ain't that warm down here. It's like,
it's always official. You can start singing Christmas carols after it's snow.
All right.
Good. And I figured after Thanksgiving, the day after, Marcia's already talking about where we're going to put the tree. Of course, we're going to put the tree where we always put the tree. But
yes,
she wants to limit a little bit of the...
That's the only place to put the tree,
That's the only place the tree. You made that decision 20 years ago. We ain't changed the cent. We're going to put the tree right there. Right there. I'm going to move that table out of the way, and it goes right there. Anyway, yes, we're going to get ready for the holidays. I want to put my outside lights up so I can be pretty in my neighborhood. Well, I tell you,
I've seen some of the Marcia's decorating of the house, and she goes all out.
She does. She's got
quite lovely.
She's got her
she's
snowman
got quite
collection.
a number of sets and collections. Yes, it's beautiful.
Some of those, our manger scene. Of course, the little dolls in there, product of production or whatever. Anyway, their little dolls are cute ceramic little things, but it's the building. I built that. that. So
Right on.
Built the manger. There you go. Little Jesus can be laying in there, and everything can be nice and sweet. Yes, we get into the season. I've always said,
Right
you know,
on.
I get challenged by that because I always say, well, John, I thought you were anything. You don't have to be a Christian to enjoy this. You know, as I said today on my rant, the whole big thing is peace on earth, goodwill towards men. Hey, let's work on that shit.
Absolutely. Well, I have a snowflake collection, paper
Really?
snowflakes. Yes, and I probably have over 100 of them. And every year we try to cut a few more to add to the collection.
There you go.
So
Cool.
it's quite the show when they're all dangling from the ceiling.
Quite a blizzard,
And
huh?
fireplace is going. Oh yeah, it's the only
That's
snow
a
I
cool
like.
idea, Bernadette. That's really
Yeah.
neat.
Well, it's just because I'm cheap and I got a lot of extra
Yeah, but
computer paper sitting around.
like snowflakes, baby. But if it becomes a tradition within the family, then those
It
snowflakes
absolutely has.
take on a different meaning. You know,
It absolutely has become a tradition to at least
Yeah.
put out 5 more, and they're different sizes,
Yeah.
and every last single snowflake is different. I've never cut the same.
Is
same
every one of them they say is
snowflakes.
different?
It is
So-
different. I cannot cut the same snowflake twice,
There
and
you
I've
go.
tried.
There you
So.
go. And you, Miss Chick, you got all your stuff out? You're gonna deck the
I
halls?
don't do stuff.
You don't do stuff?
I am a stuffless person.
She is. That's awesome.
Oh,
No.
is.
That is
It is
awesome.
because all of a sudden I'm
because-
thinking, oh yeah, a tree's gonna be nice. Who's gonna go get it out of that shed out there?
Are you
shitting me?
Standing.
Are you shitting me? Bob K just came in with a donation, $10. He sent and said, Republicans are too stupid to realize that if they elect dictator Trump, who gets rid of the Constitution, there goes their right to bear arms, right along with their free speech. A dictator won't want the people armed.
No, he won't.
You know, Bob.
Not unless it's his private army.
You know, I read that.
That's it.
I did. That's what got me cranked up today. As I read that stupid truth he put out there on True Social, that bullshit that he wrote, and he's talking about this is the final battle, that we must rise up and chase out the communist, Marxist, fascist party. He's talking about Democrats. You can remove all them words and put Democrats. But the word that bothered me most was the fascist. He's calling us fascist while being a fascist.
Well, he's trying to project it onto
He
the other
is.
side because
Exactly.
he has been called a fascist, and
He
his
is.
whole mantra right now is fascism, and so he's. Tomorrow's the 27th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Am I correct on that?
I think you are correct. Don't ask me to do
I
math,
believe
dear.
Yes, it is.
tomorrow
Okay.
is the hearing for the gag order in D.C. It's coming up tomorrow. I believe it is tomorrow. It'll be the one in New York. One of the hearings for the gag orders are coming up. And I just really wish they'd find an old dirty sock and just gag him with it.
Well, we're
Or
gonna
at least
This man
enforce the gag orders.
enforce the
Yes.
gag order.
Yes.
You know, like I said
Yes,
the other day, I
and
think
that is what I'm saying.
we ought to just go ahead and enforce the gag order, throw him in jail, not prison yet. He's
Which
just
is
being
what he
he's just
wants.
being punished
He
for this running
doesn't
his mouth.
want that. He
And
would grip his ass off
Oh
if
yes,
he got
he would.
put in
Let
jail.
him, but let it happen now. I don't want to wait until January
Actually,
6th.
I don't think throwing him in jail would be the right thing to do. That would actually be
That's what he
physical
wants.
riots.
It would fall
So
into his.
I would prefer to see them hand out stiff fines, $100,000 every time you cross that line, mister, and it's got to be paid in cash.
In cash, and by
Then,
the way,
then
next
you
time
know
it
what?
goes up
Then,
200.
then he gets treated differently, and he is above the law because anybody else who violates a gag order would be thrown in jail.
He would use it to grift off his followers
He would.
to pay the
But he
fine,
uses
and then
everything
be
to
fined again and grift off them again, saying they keep hitting me. Y'all gonna have to step up, and they would. That's what.
Yeah,
That's
they
what.
would.
That's what tears
We
you
can put
apart.
them all.
It
all
would
further in the
play.
poorhouse.
It would definitely play into his victimhood cry, and his "I'm your retribution" bullshit.
Yeah, that's what
it
he's
would.
trying to sing.
But for
Yeah,
once,
yeah.
John,
Huh.
I would like to see this man treated like everybody else in America would be treated. if they were going through court systems and they had 91 felony charges against
I
him.
just wonder how
Well,
I'd be treated.
They'd have to take the camera off him to treat him the same.
Oh,
Take
and
the
he doesn't.
fucking camera
Well,
off.
there, was it your post I saw, Miss Chick,
Maybe.
about that in the Discord? Maybe.
I don't know, maybe.
Somebody put it about that. As long
There's
as
a
you keep
couple
the
of us
camera,
that
as
are-
long as he's in the news,
Yeah.
he's making donors, he's making new recruits, new followers. Take
he's
his
getting
ass off.
free advertising for whatever the hell he
Bert,
wants.
whatever he wants to do, the cameras are going to be there 24/7 to catch him farting when he comes out of the damn door.
Shut him down. He's
Yeah.
using it as propaganda for free, and just shut it down.
Yeah. Well, a responsible news agency would. Of course, Fox News wouldn't. They'd keep blabbering it all over the place. But that's a
But they're
bubble
not
you
the
can't.
only
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, you can't. There's no hope there.
I
Those are
keep
big
seeing
Well,
the
his-
all the other channels.
He's managed to sink in his dentures into Univision, and because his son-in-law, who happened to be good friends with the ex-president of Mexico, bought
course.
into Telemundo, and Telemundo and Univision have merged, and that's why he got the interview on Univision. And it was a softball interview. They wasn't going to throw any hard questions out to him and force him to answer anything like that, because Jared, Damien from No Man 3, is part of all of that now.
Yeah.
And good friends with those people and supporters, and they support him, and now they're supporting Trump, and it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And that kind of news needs to be out there so people know.
Yeah.
That he's manipulating Univision now, and
Right. That's
like
what you
he's
do
done
is you take
Fox
things
News.
over and
Exactly.
Oh,
But
What do
this
you
is
think?
what
You
this
use
is what
some
Saudi
dictators
money.
do.
That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, Fan just came in with a donation. Hold on now. And she said,
P.
oh, I'm
She?
sorry. Why do I keep saying she? I'm sorry, Fan.
I don't know.
Don't
I
know.
don't know because my brain is broken. Let me get this comment out of the way. He said, fuck Trump, 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 and fuck Trump, and fuck Trump. That's what Fan said. And we want to
Yeah,
quote
he-
things directly around here. We don't want any missteps. If you
He
say
took
it,
the
we're
words
gonna
right out of
right
my
out of your mouth. Hello, Joe.
How you doing?
Hanging in there, brother. Like a hair and a
I-
biscuit, as Andy Pagoda would say.
You know what? I just came out of a coma.
Really? Ate that much, did you, Joe?
Well, welcome back.
Yeah. Welcome
So-
back to the
So
world, brother.
I'm hearing the news of the real world because I was in Disneyland.
I tried.
Oh my God!
I'm still
I
trying.
tried.
There's still leftovers in the refrigerator I'm not done with. And
I
there's still
tried
pie.
hard. Yes.
So
Oh my Lord!
there's
We've
still
got
pie.
two.
I
We've
s-
got two pies and a ham and
I saw the picture you posted. Looked
yeah.
like everybody was having a grand time.
Lord have
Absolutely.
mercy. I get what that many people and that much noise. I start getting anxious.
Do you now?
I have to go to my little quiet place,
You have to
and
go to a quiet place?
that's
Yeah.
right. And then I pull out my snacks from underneath the bed, and kind of chill.
Right on.
I do that in my living room.
Right on.
I just sit down and everybody knows, leave him alone. He's resting.
I made 3 racks of ribs, and
Really?
oh my Lord,
I knew you'd be cooking. I knew you'd be cooking.
You know what? I ended up with one rib.
To put this
Oh.
down.
That's all I got.
Put that down.
There was a lot of bones hanging
pick
out
up
there,
this
but
Well, that's the best compliment, huh?
Ain't it?
I'm
Ain't it,
telling
Jorge?
you.
Jorge, how in the hell are you?
I'm good,
I'm
John.
still
How are
enjoying
you,
my
brother?
Thanksgiving, brother. I still am. How about you? How'd yours go?
Oh, well, we smoked our turkey on the pit, and
Well, there you
I
go.
had the boys the boys and their significant others there, and we had ourselves a good old fat
see,
Thanksgiving.
I
I
did
ate too much
basically
and
the
went to
same
bed at
thing.
8 o'clock.
I smoked
wanna
and then
see-
I ate some turkey.
I want to
So
see
it's the same
pictures.
thing, ain't it?
I want to see pictures of that turkey. I'm really interested in that.
My son has some. I'll try to get them from him. He took pictures.
He took pictures.
I want to see the pictures.
Do
I want
you,
to
Yeah.
see
do
the
you,
photographic proof, man.
yeah,
Come on, let
yeah.
me see.
I mean,
Yeah,
do you-
my son Jacob, he put it up on like Instagram or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
you know,
do you put
people
a beer?
people
Do
do
you
all that talking, but we do have
Hello,
to have
Krause.
photographic evidence. You know, because
Absolutely.
talk is
That's
talk
right.
is
Talk
cheap.
is
We
cheap.
need to see
Right.
some
Show me the
pictures.
pictures.
Dog is cheap.
Show me the pictures, old man.
That's
Okay.
right.
Ah,
Hey Jorge, do you put a beer can in the cavity?
Oh no. I do mine in a pan, in an old foil pan, and I inject it
you
with
inject.
my marinade.
Well,
That's right, baby.
yeah, I
You ain't
heard-
messing
I heard-
around. We're going straight to the veins. Pop
Yeah.
it
And
in there.
then I build a tin over it, and I put it in my smoker, and
Uh-huh.
I smoke it for like 6 to 8 hours, and then I drain all the juice off, and I
Uh-huh.
build a new tin over it, and I put it in that smoker again for another 6 to 8 hours until it's like golden brown, you know?
Well,
Because I
I
put
know.
butter on the top, and the
Oh.
butter on the top just turns it golden. And if you don't cover it up and seal it up, it'll be so smoky you can't eat it. You
Hey,
know?
You
Bear.
use, you use real butter or that imitation stuff?
Real oh hell yeah, I use real butter.
I want to say hello to my buddy Bear, whose name just went by in the chat. Good friend. Used to be my mailman a long time ago.
Right on.
That's Bear. Yeah, I'd seen his anniversary
You
with
know,
his wife.
John,
he
you were-
married up. Oh, you got a good looking one. Yeah. Bear's not a bad looking guy, though. He's pretty handsome.
Get,
Asshole. Better looking than
Mhm.
you know about, you were talking about Trump and words earlier, and you know next thing you can expect him to do is start calling us authoritarianists.
Oh, I'm telling
Because
you. Did
you
you
know
see
he's
my
gonna
rant?
start claiming that we are authoritarians.
You know, I didn't want to screw that up today, and that's right there. Because when I read his speech, man, it just kept on,
Yeah.
you know, he's projecting everything right out and inciting good Americans to do what? And you know what? What is? That kind of shit is what I don't know if it's not related, but it's the atmosphere of the country and the world. And what are we doing? Throwing gas on it? 3 Palestinian college students shot up in Vermont. Palestinian
Yeah.
Americans, baby. Palestinian Americans. They're Americans, goddammit. What the?
Yeah.
You know,
They
it's
got
just,
shot?
yeah, 3 of them. Some guy just drove
But
by and boom, 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 boom. Let's, you know.
You've been saying it for years, John, that
Yeah.
you know this stochastic terrorism thing that he
Yes.
does is just getting his army ready, and there are, and that's why it's
That's the
so
scary
important
part.
for them to put this gag order on him because he does call to arms.
Yes. It may not be able to be
Ignorant people.
directly linked to him,
It-
but he is fomenting that atmosphere in this country.
Oh man.
That's what the scary part is.
You know,
Okay, and
you
so-
know. Wait a second. Wait a
and
second. Because it has been directly linked to him. This woman that threatened Judge Chutkin,
Yes.
she said it was because of Trump and the things that he was saying that was the reason. Now she may have been out of her fucking mind, but she said that
Well,
shit.
she's following Trump, so we
Most of the
assume she is, but
Most of the January 6 people who've been convicted from jail have said they did what they did because of Trump.
because of his encouragement. Yeah.
This stochastic terrorism that he does
Yeah.
is directly linked to him, and
Hey,
that's
David, thank you.
what Jack Smith is up there trying to prove to the people at the courts to gag his
And with
fucking
the
Well, we're
ass.
not-
state of mental health in America,
There you
it's
go.
not hard to find crazy
Yeah, we're going to
people
fix that.
that'll
Don't
do
worry.
stupid
It's going to be in the
shit.
budget. We're going to take care of all the people with mental issues. Yeah, no, they're not. No, they're not.
Well, the minute that they go and they do some of the stupid shit that he said, remember the FBI in Ohio that got shot up by the old man who went in there and Jesus Christ, go into an FBI building blasting and you think you're gonna walk out? No, he ended up dead.
The guy that just went into the Walmart here recently shot himself, but not before he shot several people, and that was all racially motivated. He's a big Trump supporter. That's what I mean. Is his voice out there continues in the atmosphere that we have today.
Stand back and
is
stand
trying
by.
to entice. Yes, stand back, but stand by. That's his message, and he's out there cranking that shit out every day. Yes.
Authoritarians encourage violence.
You know, it does. Right here, I put down, and I'm glad you said that, Jorge, because again, I want to read the definition. Now, he's out there saying that all these Democrats, these fascist Democrats, the term fascist, if you look it up on your funkin' wagnalls, even the first few words of the definition, it says fascism is a far-right authoritarian ultra-nationalist political ideology. Says it right there. When you hear him talking about fascism, that's what he's building. That's what he is trying. That's what he does. And it goes on to characterize by a dictatorial leader.
And John,
what?
John, he knows it.
Yes.
See, this man knows exactly what he's doing.
He's pulling. I swear, you know, with all the
criminal all these
with
years.
everybody, every talking head out there talking about the coalition or the whatever the word is between Hitler and Donald Trump. Oh, he sounds just like Hitler. Yes, he does. If you listen to the words he's using now, he is using the same words Hitler used in 1930s Germany to stir good Germans to turn up and do vile things.
It's not a mistake.
No.
It is all done on
purpose. It is a plan.
He knows exactly
Even
what
Miller
he's doing.
writes his speeches.
Hey, you know, it's his only hope. He has two choices: become dictator of the United States or fade into obscurity in a prison, maybe. That's his only choice. And he's going to fight for his own health. He's not fighting for some cause of America or some bullshit like that. He could give two shits for this country, except for what he can get out of it.
There's so many similarities between Trump and Adolf Hitler.
Yes.
Hitler made he wrote a book called Mein Kampf.
Yes.
Trump
wrote that while he was in prison.
Yeah, and Trump wrote a book, The Art of the Deal.
Same thing. Yeah. You're
His
selling
version
a
of
product.
Mein Kampf.
He's selling himself.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I had a little conversation with a guy who blamed Biden for what's going on right now. And I said, no. Well, that Biden ain't doing nothing. I said, wait a minute. It's not President Biden. It's the Congress that's not doing anything. Just look it up. How many of the congressmen have put out any kind of legislation to help the people?
Well, they got that Hunter Biden thing.
Yeah.
Joe, they do have an opportunity this week. As early, they say, as Tuesday. As early as Tuesday, Congress could pick up the motion that was put on the floor to expel George Santos from Congress.
And do you think that that's going to happen? Because it has been highly recommended.
It has been. I'm waiting. I would normally say no. I don't think they're going to do it. They can't give up the vote.
Bipartisan committee.
I think it's kind of like
but they're in a position now where if you don't expel him from your party after what everybody, not just us, everybody knows what he did. He's a lying, stinking piece of shit, but then their ultimate leader is the same thing.
The same. Yep.
So.
Yes, but
John,
go ahead, Jorge.
He has a fabulous wardrobe.
Well, that's what the thing is. How can you get rid of a guy that dresses so sharply? Who has a better toupee that looks like? I mean, that's not a toupee. That's his real hair. It's just crafted and shaped.
Thick coat.
Baby, it's all a facade. Everything that man has ever been has been a facade. He sells his name. He doesn't own half the properties that had his name on them. It was just a marketing deal. They get to do the management of it. somebody else's building. He gets plenty of money for it. But he does have properties, and I hope they don't
But
belong
see,
to him too much longer.
I was talking about George Santos.
Oh, was ya? Well,
Doesn't
one
matter.
scumbag, another scumbag. You know,
Fabulous.
when
Look
you
at
start talking
his purple
scumbags,
coat
it's hard to
and
distinguish
shit, and-
exactly which one.
Potato,
Oh, yeah,
potato.
it gets confusing, doesn't it?
John Wagner, yes,
Potato,
he
potato.
does.
It's the same. It's the same thing. Potato,
Yes, he
potato.
does. I hope not. I hope I'm proven wrong 100 ways till Sunday. I don't, you know, in my heart, should he be reelected? No, of course not. We know who he is. Can he? Yeah, he
Yeah.
could. He could. And let me
We
thank
don't
Fan
stop him, he will.
because Fan, he came in with $5 more and said, far left is anarchy, far right is fascism. They don't even understand the political spectrum. They should vote for Biden if they think he's a fascist. Yes.
It doesn't
Absolutely.
matter whether they understand, and I think that they do understand. They know exactly what they're doing because, see, their base may not know what they're doing because, you know,
Yeah, no, Fan has it
Repub-
right. The far
Republican
left
voters.
is anarchy. There's no rules, no regulations.
Yes.
Go out and do whatever the hell you
yes,
want.
but
And we can't have that.
those politicians that are in the far right that are running the show right now know
Indeed.
exactly what they're doing.
Not a doubt.
They know
They know exactly
what
what they
they're
do. And
doing.
hell, they put it on paper, Project 2025. That's getting more and more play because, and I've seen it in other social media and other news outlets talking about that, about Project 2025 because they
Yeah,
are.
it's
They're putting
getting
it
a lot
right
more
on the
traction.
paper for you. They're not trying to hide shit. They know. We
It
know
is
exactly
getting
what
a
they're
lot
going
more
to do.
traction.
Yeah, it's not a secret.
They want complete control. They want a fascist nation.
And
They
see,
do,
it
with a
doesn't
glorious
really
leader.
with Project 2025. It doesn't really matter if Trump gets in or not. It's any Republican who gets the office of the
Anyone.
presidency. They're going to do that with. Yeah, that's their goal.
Okay, now, is it just me, or can you kind of look at like a timeline when Lindsey Graham just went through this big, huge change?
Oh, it
And-
was a
and those
metamorphosis,
congressmen-
buddy.
the-
It was
The
a
congressmen all went to Russia for 4th
and
of
that's when he
July.
made the big change on that trip to
And
Russia.
suddenly,
And,
this whole
and all
bunch
of a
of
sudden,
them,
buddy. Yes, I do. I look back at my rants. You'll find the one
it's
when that
not
happened.
my
It
imagination.
wasn't. No, it's not
It
hidden
happened.
either. It's not hidden at all. Oh, a bunch of them went, not
What
just Lindsey
happened
Graham.
on that trip?
Yeah, wouldn't you like to know what happened in the back room when
happened
Trump
on
was
that trip?
talking to Putin with no
Putin.
American support in there? Didn't have one American translators or any other support,
Right.
just Donnie and Putin and one of Putin's people.
And a Russian
What?
translator.
Yes, a Russian translator,
Wasn't
but
even
no
an
American.
American translator. It was
No.
a Russian translator.
Because Putin
Yeah.
didn't want witnesses to
There
what
were
he was
no
going to tell
Americans
him.
in there.
Because we all saw what he did. He came back out there on the stage and made an ass out of himself talking about, oh, Russia didn't do nothing. Yeah. That's who he is.
And then he tried to deny it.
He keeps talking about right now, he's talking about elect him president again and the Ukraine war would be over in 24 hours. Yes, because he would hand it Ukraine
Yeah,
over to
give up
Russia in a
Ukraine.
heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Because he still wants to build that Trump Tower in Moscow. He still got his eye on that shit, you know.
And yet, what has Biden been doing? Been working
Saving
on
this
getting
damn nation.
hostages released since October 8th. That's what he's been doing.
Yes, he has. He's been behind the scenes on all this. And for today, we got the release of the little Israeli American girl. Who
Yes.
Just this heartbreaking story.
Yes.
She is now an orphan. Her parents were killed in front of her. And ever since the 7th, she's been held hostage. She wasn't released the first
in a
two
dark
times. She
tunnel
was released the
underneath the
third
ground.
time.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy.
And bravo for the peace still holding for as long as it has,
Well-
and them getting these people out.
There's a headline right now that's saying that Hamas is putting a feeler out there. They may want to extend the ceasefire for a while. We'll give you some more hostages. Just keep the ceasefire going for a little while. Now, you know what they're doing. They're trying to restock and reload all their missiles and all that stuff, get things
Yes,
positioned again.
and
But it
and I
would give
also
us
heard that
days.
they were moving into the South, where everybody is now.
They're gonna try to hide
That's the
within the
fear.
populace. That's their only
Yeah,
way out.
Uh,
yeah.
uh,
But
but here's the problem. I see. It's a heads I win, tails you lose thing with Hamas.
yeah, well,
And if you don't come in and get rid of them, then they win.
They'll be back.
And
They'll
if
be
you
back.
do come in and you destroy them, you're creating a whole new generation of combatants by
Absolutely.
killing their families accidentally. You're not going to win this. It's kind of like us in Vietnam. It's just a no-win deal.
there's a no-win deal.
Either
You
way.
can't save Vietnam from the Vietnamese. Anyway, hey, Beth and
Right,
Moose,
and you
all the way.
can't get rid of all the
No,
anger in Palestine.
no. That the only,
No, it's there for generations, and it's going
I'm
to
happy to
continue to
see
be
that,
there for generations.
as always, the words two-state solution is now being tossed around on TV again on different stations about.
But
That's
you've
the
done
only result.
created a new
But we've known
generation
this.
of warriors right now.
Oh yeah. Let me thank Beth and Moose came all the way out of Canada to send us down $7 Canadian. That's enough to pay my house off anyway. We said we must support the Blue Dot for democracy. Fuck Trump and fuck the GOP. I appreciate the help from the North, baby. I appreciate y'all so much. We have a lot of followers up in Canada, a lot of family members up there, and I'm just tickled to death with it that we do, and we have them all over the world. Think how big this
Yeah.
family is. How much this
Can you
family has grown over the
tell
years.
you, fuck Trump, eh?
Hey? Boy, howdy
Hey?
shit. Anyway, yeah, there's news right now that Hamas is thinking they want to extend the ceasefire for a while. And the only way that's going to happen is if more hostages come out. But they still have plenty of them. And that's the game that they're playing right now. So what do? We play the game to get them out? Or you want to shut it off and see what happens? I'm ready for, let's let them have all the time they want. Do I think Hamas has enough
If it saves
power
people's
to beat
lives,
Israel?
then
No.
we need to do that. You know,
Yes,
if it's saving people's lives, then we need to do
that's
that.
the priority.
Yeah.
That's the priority
you
of this
know-
whole thing is getting, we need to find a solution, a long-term solution, and I guess, greater minds than mine. Over the years, the solution is a two-state solution. Okay, well, where do you put the two states? It's a difficult issue to solve, but we all know it's the only solution. There has to be a Palestine. There has to be, just as there has to be an Israel, there has to be a Palestine. And you can't make the Gaza Strip into Palestine. That's, it's a spot in the freaking map. It's already overpopulated.
I think they need to close the back door where they're getting their ammunition and stuff. That's the only way to get an upper hand on them. If they don't have what they need to start
I think
the
a
war,
starter would be to give the West Bank back to the Palestinians and move the Israeli settlements out of the West Bank. Because, we said, okay, well, here's the West Bank, this is going to be for y'all, and then what happens? Israelis started moving settlements into the West Bank, and they're deep into it. And
that sounds familiar.
Yes, they've encroached on a lot of land, and so what? What do you do? You cannot be status quo. Something has to change. And I want to thank Buddy Yip Dragon, who just came in with $2 Australian. See, this family is just... Thank you, Buddy Yip Dragon. I appreciate
Rock
that.
on, buddy.
All the way, Aussie Dave. Where's Aussie? We'll find him. Anyway, down in Australia, New Zealand. Name a country, baby. Somebody's listening to us. And as small as this family really is relative to a lot of others, it just tells you that there is a world out here that is concerned about where we are right now in history. We're watching a planet slowly being dissolved by our environmental issues, in world wars at the doorsteps of so many. This is not a good place in history to be right now. And the only way to fix this shit is to fix this shit. And that's what our leaders and politicians are supposed to do. But if you listen to half of them, they're all ready to go bomb somebody. Because you know that's the answer. Just kill them.
Speaking of fix this shit, when Hamas attacked Israel, you do realize that we did not have an Israeli ambassador or an Egyptian ambassador. Want to know why?
Oh, we haven't got them approved. Can't get them through Congress, that's why.
Because how many members does it take to fuck this up?
Yeah. There's a lot of positions that haven't been filled because of political bullshit that's being tossed back and forth.
Rand Paul decided we shouldn't need them.
Yeah, the thing is, the common man.
Rand Paul so wise?
Tommy Tuberville decides we don't need them. The military guys approved. One asshole can fuck up a whole lot of stuff. That's wrong.
Tubby-shit's doing it.
That's what's wrong with our government.
Look how long Tommy Tubby-shit's been holding up military promotions. And no, Judge Coggins.
Look how long our ambassadors.
Trump doesn't give two shits about the environmental issues in this country. That's how come he put Scott Pruitt in charge of the EPA when he was in office. Scott Pruitt was a big oil and gas man out of Oklahoma and went to work in the EPA to demolish as many regulations as they could before he got out of that office. That's what Scott Pruitt did, and that's what Trump did. And we have not seen the worst of what those results are.
Wasn't he the one that wanted the cone of silence?
Yes.
Or what?
Yes. He wanted a cone of silence office built in the middle of the EPA. Really? Is this the CIA? No. It's the EPA. Why do you need a cone a silent, secure, highly secret? Yeah, because he's on the phone with corporations selling this nation out. That's why. Making deals, baby. You don't think there was some big money passing around that Trump organization for, we're going to get rid of that little regulation there that's bothering your company so bad.
But there's not going to be a record of it anywhere.
Oh, it'll all be official. It'll pass through Congress. Don't worry.
Because it happens in the cone of silence.
They'll pass anything.
There is a way to find out. You know, you look at the congressman and see who bought a new yacht.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to look at it, Joe. Let's see, or either that,
follow the money.
And let's don't be partisan here. Let's see who has $500,000 of cash laying around the house, and a couple gold bars too. Let's don't be partisan. Ain't no reason that man had that money in there. He was bought off and paid. No. I don't give a shit if he was a Democrat. What the fuck are you doing, buddy? $500,000 in cash in case something happens, like you have to flee the country for what?
In your jacket. In your jacket,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, no, that still pisses me off every time. And he's hanging in there. Not guilty. He's gonna have to be.
It's not like he had a safe in his house. He had this in his jacket.
And it chaps my ass because here I am out there trying to stand up against that kind of shit. And there you got, look at there in your own house. Well, shit. Let's get the broom out. Let's sweep that shit out. Well,
that's right.
I don't know. I fear that we live in this world where integrity is just a really a rare commodity nowadays.
I mean, if we were to sweep both the Senate and the
it always was. It's hard to say.
Maybe so, Jorge.
Maybe it was always rare.
Maybe I'm just
I
more
don't know
of it nowadays.
I mean,
I don't know.
Well,
I'm fixing to be 70, and I don't remember integrity being high on the list of a whole lot of people that I grew up around.
Most of us, some of us, not most of us because I'm old, but some of us are old. And I always talk about my political life, I guess, for the first indication I ever knew of anything political was when Kennedy was shot. Okay. Death of the president. Yeah. I'm about 10 years old. That sinks into your head. That's the age you start absorbing things, learning who you're going to be. So, yeah, that shaped me.
And then you hear the Warren report, and suddenly conspiracies
You could
enter
be,
into your mind.
you have to be, because youth is something that we all go through. Shit, we're all young. When I look back at my life, though, yes, going through Kennedy, then going up to my brother went to Vietnam. Oh shit, Andy went to Vietnam. He's in fucking country. He's a fucking Marine in country. Nixon's all out there, baby. Oh, we're gonna do this. Nixon's our man. Are you shitting me? First time I ever voted, I voted for Nixon. You don't think I had to eat shit for
First
that?
time I voted against
myself is to get that kind of kick in the head that the guy you voted for ended up being a crook. Yeah,
I'm not a crook.
That was the deciding point in my life where I could be full shit. There's, even then you could read newspapers or magazines or something. Now the internet is right at your doorstep, baby. Every answer that you want is right
Fortunately,
there.
the first time I was allowed to vote, I voted against Nixon in 1972.
See, you were smart. What are you doing? Rubbing it in my face? I see how you are, Jorge. Give you one little piece of my life, and there you go. You're gonna break me over the coals for it.
No, I was just on the debate squad, and that was our topic.
There you go. Oh, were you?
You know.
I can quote the Gettysburg
Yes,
Address.
sir.
I always fall back on that. I can quote the Gettysburg Address, so I learned that.
Well, that's better than me.
Well, I played Abraham Lincoln. I had to know the speech. So I practiced it like you
I
wouldn't
can
believe,
quote
brother.
Cheech and Chong.
I put everything I had into that.
Despite the squirrels, John, you got more mental capability than I do, because I can only memorize McDonald's menu.
I'm telling you, my Rolodex is really getting shaky up there, man. I got so much crap stored up in my head. It's there. It's just going to take just a few more, maybe a minute even, before that card comes around and pops itself up.
I know this. Just give me a minute. I know this.
I know this. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Are
give
you
me a
shitting
second,
me?
man. It's right there.
Oh, man. That's how I spend my life.
Isn't it?
I know what I want to say.
It is aggravating, isn't
and
it?
it's right. Yes. Yeah. Oh, you don't know the half of it already.
It's right there.
You see that marvelous
I can
rant?
access this, right? Yeah, I can access this.
You know that marvelous rant you saw me do today? Yeah, you didn't see the part where I'm out there in my shop kind of walking around telling, okay, hey, it's Sunday. It's Sunday. How y'all, and just, walking around and, hey, but, and I talked to myself 15 minutes before I hit that damn camera and then forget everything I was fixing to say. Aussie Dave.
Is that Aussie?
Yes, man.
That is Aussie Dave. How are you doing, brother?
Hi, guys. Well, I just I was listening on YouTube because I was doing other things, but you mentioned my name. You mentioned my name, and then someone phoned me up and said, "Oh, aren't you in that bloody Blue Dots anymore?" And I thought I better make a.
We are so proud of all of our Blue Dots. And Australia. Who
Listen,
don't love
guys.
Australia, Dave? Come on, y'all. That's not fair. Who don't love us? We all love Australia. We all want to go to Australia.
Who doesn't love Australia? Donald Trump.
Well, yeah, but fuck that guy. That's how come we hate him.
He only loves himself. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this. I'm a very, very big World War II historian type person, and I always go through videos from YouTube and the Video Max website where it's got all historical videos.
Right.
It's where most of the TV stations get their videos from. You actually buy the video or the right to that video for a period of time to use on your show or whatever, but the public can watch it once. Then you've got to join and become a member and pay money, and it all gets too messy. But I want to quote something that I watched last night, which falls right into this situation. And by the way, hi, the rest of the family. I didn't get a chance to say hi. I watched a black and white film of a 1935 rally held by Hitler, or Hitler was the main speaker,
right?
In Nuremberg. And guess who was on the stage? His number one right-hand man, Goebbels, who I relate to being Stephen Miller. Yeah. Stephen Miller of the world is Goebbels,
that's
right?
A good analogy there. Who he would be. Yeah,
these
Trump's.
Two guys were on the stage, And Goebbels said, and I'm waiting for someone to say it in America, a Republican obviously, but I'm waiting for this statement, which was once Goebbels said it, this statement was rallied around Germany for months and months and months. And the statement was, quote, Goebbels said, Germany is Hitler, Hitler is Germany.
Now think
When you
about it.
hear
Go ahead.
when you hear someone say Trump is America
Yes.
and America is Trump, that's the end
It's
of
the
it.
same.
That's
Everything
it.
that the man has been saying lately, I swear you could pull that right out of 1930s Germany, because that's what he is doing. Hitler motivated people to turn against fellow Germans. They were Jewish Germans, but they were Germans, and they were demonized, just like Donnie demonizes immigrants in this country coming up from the southern border to poison the blood of our country, and we must get the vermin out. It's the same language, and we already know that he is a fan, or he is familiar with the literature. He's read Mein Kampf. He has read The Life and Death of Hitler. Those are his. That's his people. That's his modus operandi of what he's doing. He learned.
They interviewed
from that.
a Jewish family
Hell, he's German.
that was living in the typical German suburb in the early 1930s, and she said, we went to bed one night and everything was lovely. We woke up the next day and the neighbors wanted to kill us. What would that be like?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the power of propaganda, and his biggest tool was using fear and accusations, just
He
like
doesn't-
Hitler.
He
I mean,
doesn't have.
I
Hitler didn't
know.
have to go do anything. All Hitler had to do
I
was
know
run
the
his mouth,
Republicans know.
and he motivated
We all know the
people.
Republicans know, John. They know that they know that this man is like Hitler, but they won't admit it. They're not going to say
They're
yes,
enjoying
he's
it
like
because
Hitler
he is saying the things they like. I'm
well,
sorry,
no,
they're
they've
bigoted
also got to
assholes,
admit
most
they
of
were
them.
wrong. They've got to admit they were wrong, and they invested 7 years
Yeah.
of their life into this propaganda.
Trump. They can't turn their back on him now.
No,
just
no.
about the whole Republican Party, and we watched it right after the day after January 6th when McCarthy and staring the deer in the headlights guy up in the Senate, Mitch McConnell, Rolodex, stood on the floor of the Senate and denounced Trump. Called out for what he did. Look at this. This is Trump's fault. Trump did this. And then what did they do? They turned right around, ran their ass down to Trump and kissed the ring, baby. They went to Mar-a-Lago, both of them, to kiss the ring of the master, the glorious leader. Because that's what he wants. He wants to be glorious leader. And with these assholes up in Congress, they're all trying to figure out, who do I get to be minister of something? Sure, we'll put you minister of something. Don't worry, we're going to give everybody a little piece of the pie.
Job for life.
Yes.
Job for life.
And they're signing up right now, Dave.
And do nothing.
There are Americans right now signing up for that Project 2025. So, I want to be a director of something. Put me in charge. Me and Bubba's Brigade over here. We want to be in the military. You know.
He represents everything bad about human nature.
He does.
That's what Trump represents.
He does.
I was going to say he represents everything bad about America, but what's happening in America can potentially happen throughout the rest of the world. Yes, potentially. Now, you know, did you see The Economist named him as the #1 danger to the world and the world democracy? The Economist. Now, they've been around for 100 years.
But yeah, I know who they are. Yeah, they've been around forever.
Yeah. Yep, and they have warned the people, saying he will change your lives for the worst. So, but see, these people don't read The Economist. They're not. Look, he did say, I do love the poorly educated, and that has worked for him because they have flocked to him.
Yes, they have, because he loves them. They don't have to be smart. You know, and I don't, you know, there are a lot of people that aren't what I would consider, you know, Einstein. But this isn't about being smart, because it's more about playing with your emotions, your heart, what you feel. And a good politician could sit up there and preach away, and we've seen it in the past. And they they stir that. Look at Ronald Reagan, what he did on the right. He and look at there. I seen him in movies. He's got to be good. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he was just an actor. But and that's what we all know. Trump was a Democrat right up until damn well the time he decided to run for office, and all of a sudden he's a Republican because he knows the audience. It wasn't P.T. Barnum that said there was a sucker born every minute. But nobody gives a shit. Well, he really said it. They just care about there's a sucker born every minute. Hey, let me thank KY. Michael Johnson came in with a $2 donation and said, I am Antifa Burman Army veteran. Fuck Trump, fuck Abbott, fuck the GOP. And that's the way that goes.
P.T. Barnum is listed as the number 3 world's biggest liar. That was P.T. Barnum. He's listed if you Google search the most famous liar or the biggest liar or people known for lying.
I can't remember.
He's in there in the top 5.
It one time. It was a weird name, and I can't remember it, but it wasn't P.T. Barnum that said that. It was somebody else that said it.
I'll tell you an awful story about who these people are.
Capitalized on it.
These people you're dealing with, or these people that support Trump, there was a pile of boats out on a place called, people in Florida would know this, Haulover Inlet. Apparently it's a very famous inlet in Florida that all the boats come in and out the harbour, like the privately owned boats. Whatever that is, rough water, yes it is. And there was a boat going out that had the Trump flag on the back and the American flag in black and white, not red, white and blue. Right. And it was heading out with a pile of them on there. Like it was about a 25-footer, it had about 30 people on it. It was just overloaded. And there was another boat that was just behind them, was about a similar sized boat and had about 10 people on it, the right amount of people. And it had an LBGQ flag on the back, flag on the back. And so this Trump boat turned around and started doing donuts around the LGBTQ boat and was abusing them. Well, they ended up swamping their boat. They swamped their own boat and they sunk.
Boy, howdy, karma.
Tipped it over.
Comes around every once in a while, right at the right moment sometimes.
It's called karma.
Yeah, called karma.
The LBGQ, the people in the LBGQ boat, geez, that's hard to say. We have to say it a lot of times. It's a tongue twister. They threw them a rope, a line, tied it to your bow and get on board. You know what? There was a cameraman filming these people. They got off the boat on the jetty and they didn't even say thank you. They kept abusing him. They said thanks, puffs, and things like that. They kept going on. They saved their fucking lives.
Some people, you kick them in the head 10 times, they're still not going to get anything. Like I said, that plays into people's natural emotions. If you're an asshole, you're going to find things that people say things that you agree with. Yeah, I'm an asshole too. I hate them people for this, that, or the other. You're just going to have that. Some of this.
But if you'd done that to me, I would embrace you and hug you, say thank you, you saved me and my friends and my family. You know.
Yeah, I would. And I like to think at least maybe there was a couple of them people on that boat that appreciated the fact that somebody cared a shit about them. But
it is on YouTube. It's on all over. You can look it up.
Now, Ozzy, what do you think would have happened had when that redneck All-American Good team going around that little LGBT boat, if the LGBT boat sank and all those people were in the water?
I would have left them. They would have left them.
Well,
they would have.
Seriously, they would have.
That's my first thought.
That was such
my second thought is, I hope not. But the question is there. My first response to that such, well, I hope not. But they might.
But the LBG boat could have just kept sailing on because there was plenty of other boats that would have helped these people out or could have helped these people out. They weren't the only two boats. There was about 20 boats. So, but they chose to be the first to do the right, honourable thing. Be,
regardless of anything. Yep. That's the rules of the sea, baby. It is whoever's the closest has to respond.
Until Newsmax and Fox and New York Times and even CNN and AOL stop feeding the masses with the bullshit, it's going to be an uphill fight, and this is the problem. And I'm not seeing enough pushback from, sorry from the Dems. I'm not seeing enough. The world's saying that as well. The Dems are not out there saying, hang on a second,
I'm not
let's
gonna, I
fact
wish
check
we could
this
get a lot more
in
aggressive.
front.
I think we should get more aggressive with this bullshit.
Don't have to be aggressive, John. Don't have to be aggressive.
I
You only
think
have to
so,
fact
because
check them. Fact check them.
look what the other side is doing over there. You got Donnie over there trying to raise up an army. And oh, by the way, before we get too carried away,
He has.
hold on.
He has. How do you think he's getting away with all this shit? Because the only reason he's getting away with all this shit with the judges and crap is because they're worried his army's going to attack people.
See,
So it's worked
that's
for
the
him.
passion
in
all
theory.
the way down in Australia, baby. So you know passions are strong around the world. Before we get too carried away, I've been so rude. Linda,
Yes.
how are you doing, dear?
I'm good. I'm doing good.
Good, good. Glad you're in the room.
Mm-hmm. You know, Goebbels looks just like Stephen Miller. It's uncanny. Look it up. I'm not kidding.
I think I did see that once.
It's
I did. Somebody
unbelievable.
pointed
Yeah,
it
he
out
is.
a
Yep.
long time ago, and I looked and I went,
Mhm.
does.
He's exactly
does.
the same. He
He's got the
does.
same balding pattern and everything.
It's just incredible. I mean, even Hitler and the eyes of Trump resemble each other. You know, no shocker on
I
that
can
one.
see the same heart in both of them.
Exactly. Just pure
I
evil.
can. When you go to look, Cassie Hicks says Trump looked like Mussolini, which is just another
Ah,
of the same batch of people that we're talking about. They're
Just pure evil.
authoritarian dictators. That's what they want, the authority, and that's exactly what Donnie wants. It's already right there, laid out in his own language. That
You know-
that every branch of government, every organization, Department of Energy, Department of Defense, Department of Justice, all of that fall under the executive preview. He is the executor. He's in charge of the executive branch, and he controls it all. That's authoritarian dictatorship.
And there's a book written in 1935 by Sinclair Lewis. I have it. It Can't Happen Here. And it kind of talks about what's going on now. And this is terrible. My mom grew up in Nazi Germany, and she
Is
grew
that
up in an all Jewish neighborhood. Oh, yeah. She told me when I was out there. She took me out. We lived there when I was 10, and she showed me a bomb hole. I didn't know what this was.
Right.
And she's like, the Americans came to save us. And then she sat us down and told us everything. And it was really sad. They were
Wow.
like the only Lutherans, and they would knock on the door and say, your neighbors are getting relocated. And they just, yeah. And then
it's
finally,
scary. And don't think that Donnie Boy doesn't want the same thing for this
yeah.
country, because he does.
Mhm.
Please
All right
remember,
now.
please remember, it did work and it was successful for Hitler in Germany.
did.
But the only problem that
He
brought
got-
Hitler down was the war. He went to war.
went too
If he had
far.
not gone to
If
war,
he
he would have owned Germany.
Mhm.
when he went into
Yeah,
France,
but he didn't want to
When he went
just
into
own
Poland.
Germany. That was his downfall.
you know, that all.
He
all
Yes,
was
that's
correct,
wrong.
Mr.
greedy.
Chick.
Mhm.
Yes, he wanted the world. He wanted the world. And tell me Donnie doesn't. Tell me Donnie doesn't want to be
He's
in the
talking
same
Trump,
room
yeah.
with Kim Jong-un and Putin
Oh, yeah.
and other dictators of the world. That's
Mhm.
his club, baby.
It's-
Do you want Kim Jong Un, Putin in your White House? Do you want them in your White
I
House?
don't want him
Think
in,
about it.
No. I don't have to think about it. No, I don't. I don't want to, have the whole Congress stand up and cheer like
Solomon
crazy
has already been there.
when he comes in the room. I don't need that shit. I need legislators that are going to do their job to make everyday Americans out here's life a little bit better. But it seems to me they do a damn good job of making rich people's lives a whole lot better. They having trouble down here. Joe's done fixed that. You could see construction going on all across this country with his highway improvements, the infrastructure bill that he passed. That's going to help people. That's going to help you get around. It's something for all of us. Not specific to one person.
Well, we can keep rehashing what Donnie is, what Donnie does, what a
That's
piece
true.
of crap he is. What are we going to do about it?
We're going to
What are
support
we going to
people.
focus on as a group? What are we going to focus on?
Vote
Are
against
you
it.
leading into two for blue? Are you? Are you leading into two for blue? Are you?
We
Mr.
can
Chick?
do two for blue.
We can
Voting
do two
is
for blue. That's the least.
a huge part of it.
Just remember, that's the least we can do. This is the smallest thing that we can do. Take $2 and send it to Gabe Valmont in Georgia, trying to get rid of what's her name down there? No, wait a minute. Yeah, that's Georgia. All right.
No.
Y'all give
It's
me
Florida.
That's in Florida?
She's in Florida. That's an orange.
That's
It's Rick
that's
Scott
an orange.
in Florida, isn't it?
What's that? Oh, we got a little music going on here
Oh, snazzy.
now. Wow, a little entertainment coming in.
Copyright.
Huh?
Copyright.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. We have a visitor who has that kind of power.
Okay.
The problem is that
no, but I need a
Bernadette keeps
margarita
saying
now.
it.
No, that's really annoying, 'cause
We
I
have
don't
a
know how
major
to stop
problem.
it.
We have a problem with messaging, and that's the problem. As Bernadette keeps saying, the Democrats just don't know how to message, to get the message out. And I think we have to help them. Your shows help.
I
The
like to
music
think
doesn't
it
help,
does.
but your show
Is
does.
that a hack?
You know, yes, it is. Yeah. And,
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me
Where
been
is it,
trolled.
Bernadette?
That thing.
It's not coming from any of us.
Bernadette
it's
has
not.
nothing to do with it.
Okay, I got it. What it was. Here it
You
is
think
again.
you think Butt Boy got some technology?
No, Butt Boy, no,
No.
Butt Boy wouldn't
No,
know his
this
ass
is
from the
all-
from the power button on a computer and shit. Me, no. No, he's not.
This is an organized attack on your show,
Okay.
and I don't
This
doubt
is
it.
Okay, one at a time,
Okay.
guys.
All I can say, he's got a good taste in music. You know, I'll give him that much.
The only reason
love
they
this,
don't, they're not, the only
Makes
reason
me,
they're not
makes
playing
me want
Trump,
to run and grab an
Trump's
elevator
name.
real quick. Jesus.
John,
What
maybe you
if
should
we
shut
all
down and
go out
restart.
and come back in?
No,
We
we
shut
should
the whole
should
thing
in
down. We'll
John's
come
end.
back in.
We would have to shut down the Discord room.
It
Possibly
didn't start until you pushed one of the
Shut
two
it down,
blue
come back.
buttons down. So it's gotta
Okay,
be near the
maybe-
two blue buttons.
Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll try it, and so everybody in the room here, hold on. It's just everything's
But
gonna
in the
disappear.
meantime,
Come right back, and we'll try this.
I
again.
want a margarita.
Yeah, I'm gonna order one myself. Thank you. All right, let's
Listen
try
to-
it again. Hey, Travis. Nope, that's not working. Come here. I'm off. I mean, I'm still on the air, but I got the camera. Listen, that's music. I can't get rid of it. It's coming through Discord. I think somebody's hacked me or something. Discord has just been shut down. I shut down Discord and was going to re-enter the room to see if I could get rid of it. That didn't work, so I shut down all of Discord. You know what I mean?
Elevator music. Remember? Discord does that every now and then.
So that fixes it. I can go back in the room.
Yeah, you're still live though, and we're on the mixer.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, I'll remember that trick. Okay. We are back. I'm sorry, I forgot everybody else is on the damn on the show. You can't see anything. I had the thing up there. We're trying to fix a problem that we had here on the air, and I think we got it controlled now. We had a visitor, and well, you know how visitors are. They always got to stick their 2 cents in and make sure that they get their voice heard instead of anybody else. Let me see if I can drag everybody back up here. I apologize for the inconvenience and the distraction. Bernadette, are you there?
Yes.
There you go. Well, wasn't that fun?
Yeah, no.
Well, you know, it tells you we're pissing somebody off. We're pissing
Yeah,
So
but
you're
they're
getting through to
into your
someone.
shit,
yeah, we're
Tom.
getting through to somebody.
Yeah, but they're getting through to you.
Yes, they do.
Certainly are. Now, can I bring up another subject?
you-
Sarah
Hang
Huckabee
on,
Sanders.
Ozzy. Hang on,
Now?
Ozzy. Did you let Travis know about that?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
You think I fixed that? I
No.
tried. I hung up.
Yeah.
And now after I closed Discord and I went to reopen it, I hear music. And by this time,
Wow.
Mike, oh man, no, they didn't. I guess the audience out there on YouTube and Facebook probably heard me screaming, Travis! And he came in here. And Bart Larson says, I think I heard Travis. You did. You did. Because I handed him the headphones. I said, here, listen to that shit's music. I can't get rid of it. Okay, and he came over here. Okay, well, you got to close it and all ready out. And he went out. And he came back
Are
in.
we live right now?
Yes, we are live.
Here we are.
We were live the whole time. That's what's tickling me is we were live the whole time. The only thing I closed was Discord. So everybody
Don't give these people energy, John. We're talking about them. Don't give them energy. They're bastards for doing this. And I'm sure Travis could find out maybe where it came from through some looking
Travis
through your history or
shit.
whatever. Yeah, he may find out where it came from.
Track them down.
But I want to talk about Sarah Huckabee Sanders ripping off her state. She has just shown herself to be
she's always been
a thief. A thief. She's buying stuff to help her friends. Not that the state needs it.
Are you kidding me? Have you seen that beautiful podium she bought? Oh wait.
Oh.
No,
I haven't seen it.
Nobody's seen it, huh, James?
She spent $13,000. She spent $13,000 on T-shirts and cutlery and fucking shit for some event.
She figured, hey, George Santos does it. Why can't I do it?
Well, basically, it's very similar, yeah.
Yeah, it's no different.
It's just
no different
wasting their money, and the people aren't happy. They are actually quite pissed off with it, which is good.
Good.
Which
is
good.
Pissed off at that shit. There's thieving going on
They're taking
all the
notice.
time. This is not even before Donnie. The thieving from the American government is an American pastime.
The people of Arkansas should demand better from their governor. And they're the only ones who will be able to change that.
Indeed. Hello, Ed. Welcome to the room.
Hey, John.
How you doing? You have a nice Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it's a wonderful one. I caught your video. It's a very wonderful night. I couldn't have said it better than myself. Bernadette, the truth is, they'll still vote Republican no matter what. They always still. Of course, they're still living under the poverty line.
Yeah, but it's only because the Democrats put them there.
That's the sad part.
They get what they deserve.
That's the sad thing, and that's sad.
That is sad. But we have a bigger thing to focus on besides just Arkansas. We have the Congress and the Senate that we need to focus on while retaining the White House. We're trying to save all the votes so that people in Arkansas, should they choose to rise up and do something about their governor, their vote will still matter.
It would.
And that's what's important.
The presidential election is the center ring. That's the center ring of the circus, baby. But don't forget those side rings. That's the House and the Senate, baby. That's where work gets done. No matter who's in the White House, it's Congress. Is the legislators.
Let's not forget that the Supreme Court will also depend on who's in the White House.
Exactly.
Yep.
And that's where our votes and our rights are being destroyed.
Determined, yes. That's where everything is determined. We're going to find out whether it's not, whether it's legal or not, whether the law is going to allow this. Is it constitutional? It all ends up Supreme Court. And guess what? Right now we got a 6-3 court. And that's not by mistake. That is by design. That is by a Republican effort to seize power of the Supreme Court. And guess what? They did.
And a whole lot of dark money that's buying our
was the right president in office. But don't lay it all on Donnie's feet.
No,
Mitch McConnell is the one that held up that nomination. The last one that
absolutely
that held up while Obama was still in office, held it up for over a year. Over a freaking year, we had an 8-member court because the Republicans refused to do anything until the election. And then they won, and okay, now we'll fill it. And what did they do going out the door?
Last month, they crammed another one right in there.
This is not, this is just the way our system works. No, this was grand larceny on a grand scale. They stole the judicial system by seizing the court. And you want to put a dictator like Trump in office with a 6-3 court like that?
It's
You know,
ridiculous.
they'll
But
let him do it. Tell me that
you know,
the beer boy wouldn't just get all on board with a re-education camp so we could teach these dumb Americans how to love their country better and support the glorious leader.
They want America to be exactly like Russia, with a
yep.
strong man top and a bullshit fucking election that we just go and do
They
the
want you to
motions, but
just
it's not.
shut up
it
and
really
drink your
isn't.
vodka.
Exactly.
That's what
You
they
know,
want you to do.
You know what we can't do is sit around crying about spilt milk. We gotta figure out a plan to move forward and motivate people to vote. And you know, this is our mission as a group. We should be out trying to get people and not those who've already made up their mind one way or another. We need the undecideds. There are 100 million people in this country who don't vote. We need those people on our side because our democracy and their opportunity to get to continue to vote is what matters.
you know,
Cassie
I
Hicks.
believe Churchill once said, "We'll beat them on land, sea, and air." Well, we got to beat them in the
We got to
government,
bring him
in
on
the
our house.
governor's house, the Senate, the Congress.
Yes, Joe.
We got to beat them everywhere.
Hey, I need to answer this. Cassie Hicks. Yes, I do know Raul Jenny Marquez Sanchez. That's the one I call Bear. That's Bear. And yes, he lives in Corpus Christi, and he is a fantastic guy. So is his wife Janie. Yes, darling, I know them. They live in Corpus. I'm sorry, she was asking me. They sent Cassie a friend request.
No problem.
And just want to let her know. Yes, I know those people.
Wasn't
I
he your
miss him
postman?
too. I go to the post office nowadays. You know, they're all nice, and the lady behind the counter knows me. That's that Blue Dot guy and everything. But Bear is a Blue Dot. So you know, it was like, you know, let's go get coffee. So anyway, I miss him. He retired. Now he's living the life of a retired. Yes. I'm glad to see him and his wife are traveling a little bit, seeing things, and their kids are progressing in college. And yeah, true American story.
You know what,
baby.
John?
Huh.
He's probably happy he retired too because now he gets to speak his truth. Because of where he worked, he wasn't able to do that. And I know people who are in positions like that for that particular
Yes.
entity.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you
And
know, they
is it
can't
right?
say
No.
anything.
No,
No,
it's
it's
not right.
not.
But if
It's not.
it's your
It's-
job on the line, yes,
Yeah.
I worked at a place that
And
the only
and especially when you have a boss like you know, the knucklehead that's in there right now.
Mhm.
And you can't speak up about it. And you're watching him dismantle everything that you've worked for your entire fucking life. You've built a career working for the USPS, and to watch him just, you know, destroy it.
It's difficult for a lot of federal employees.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And federal employees are object number one for Project 2025, and them getting rid of federal employees whom they call the deep state.
Well, they just want to
If you
replace them
don't,
with
if you don't
loyalists.
give a loyalty oath,
They want to
to
replace
Trump,
federal
dumbass.
employees with loyalists to Trump.
Yes,
Not loyalists
It's
to the
just an
Constitution.
excuse.
Yes, it is. And our friend is back.
I think I hear something
Well,
from Ed.
It's Ed feeding back. He's
Oh, is
feeding
it Ed?
back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's better.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
I noticed that I'm pleased to see, I mean, not that I'm pleased to see any Republican achieve something, but Nikki Haley is starting to climb in the polls quite smoothly.
you know what?
I'm
Nikki
on one-
Haley ain't got a snowball's chance in hell. She's number
I'm-
2, and she's 40 points behind that asshole. There's
Oh yeah,
nobody
she's still a
else
far
who's
distance,
out
but
there trying to
we
beat
got to take
Trump.
we got to take the joy out of getting to say, ooh, she's beating DeSantis's ass.
What,
Yeah, it's a little
what it
fun
says
there.
is,
Yeah, you know,
what it
watching that
says
side
is
battle over there
people-
for what? Ain't none of them going to replace Trump.
It's a waste of time to talk about these people because they're not going to replace him. This party, the GOP, is firmly behind
It's not
Trump's
that.
dumbass.
Yeah.
Michael,
It's not that, Bernadette.
Our job is to do what?
Defeat Trump.
I'm
That's
just
not
laying
my
into
point.
what
That's
Mrs.
not
Chick
my.
was
That is
talking about
not.
earlier. What happened to Mrs. Chick?
No, it's not my point. My point is not that she's gonna beat him or take him down or anything like that. That's not my point. The point I was trying to make was that there's movement away from Trump towards Haley, meaning Trump's losing some support visually by those numbers. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, I would agree
I'm
with
not,
that.
you know.
His numbers are still high. He's got the majority of the Republican Party, but there is. Stay tuned. There's more to come. For no additional charge, we're
There
going to see.
are a shit ton of Republican voters who said they ain't voting for his ass. They're coming out straight up saying, I'm voting for Biden. Okay?
And if they haven't said
Yep.
that,
Nikki
just look at
Haley
the percentage that are
but
already
Nikki
voting.
Haley moving up in her numbers don't mean shit. She's got the people who were supporting DeSantis'
Thank you, BW.
stupid ass throwing money at her now. That's all that's happening. That's all that's happening.
That is all that's happening, but that's the entertainment on the other side, baby. We're going to see more
Yep.
debates
Yeah.
from them. We're going to see all sorts of shit come out of their mouth, trying to
And
find
I
out
don't care
who's
what
going
you
to be
say. I'd
second
rather
place.
see.
There's not anybody in that group of people that is running for president that Trump is going to pick as a vice president.
No.
Not a one.
Sean Hannity has had his leading role in that, as far as I know. He's the only name I've heard floated for vice president. Doesn't that just make your ass all rosy? Sean
Trump
Hannity.
is definitely going to pick
It's no
somebody
more
he
stupid
can
than any other
control.
thing that Republicans have. The only hope for this country is that the Democratic Party pulls their ass together. I'm tired of hearing about Joe's age. Look at Joe's accomplishments. You know, every time I turn on the news, whether it's a late night TV show or the news itself, the conversation inevitably goes to, well, you know, he's old now. I'm fucking old. A lot of people are old. Some people are old and can't do it. Some people are old and doing a whole lot more than I am. You know,
I'm old.
I'm just
I'm
tired.
old and
Yes,
I can still get it done.
I can still get it done, baby. Maybe not as good as once. I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I anyway.
I'm as good as I'll ever be.
It is. I get so tired of it because Joe Biden is he has done a hell of a job, and even right now with the hostage situation going on, working behind the scenes to get those hostages freed, and I'm tired of hearing everything about, well, you know, he's fucking old. I'll take old over maniacal tyrant dictator wannabe any day of the week.
The difference between Joe Biden and Trump is Joe Biden does not pound his chest and claim that he did it.
He did everything.
He does it, and he doesn't go around pounding his chest.
Everybody screams that Joe hasn't done enough. You have to give the man a majority to get anything done.
So let's get that done. Let us elect the majority of the House. Let us retain the Senate. You know, it's up to us to do that. Let me thank Fan, who just came in with another $5 and said 82% of the U.S. want a woman's right to choose. Maggots have been celebrating that they took that away. The more they do, the less popular they are. Indeed. You don't think women's reproductive issues aren't going to be on that ballot? Oh, hell yes, they are. Because of the overturning of Roe. This has been on the ballot in every state, a lot of states. And what happens in every state? It passes. A woman's right to health care is solidified in every state that it has been put on the ballot for. So it tells you, even Republicans are going to stand up at some point and go, whoa, wait a minute. Back up the bus. You're going too far. And they have. And they have their sights on other things that we enjoy in this nation that are on the list. Not to mention your freedom of speech, your right to assemble, your right to do anything. You think if he gets the party that he calls us fascists and communists and Marxists and all that, he's talking about the Democratic Party. That's who he's identifying. To the maggots over there, that's what I'm talking about, because they're too freaking ignorant to use a dictionary. to notice
Absolutely.
that it is him. He is the
You know,
Antichrist in your Bible.
we lost Mr. Tire Bender, right?
We lost Jorge. We did indeed lose Jorge. Jorge is lost to the universe. He's not even down there at the bottom. Oh,
Uncle Fatty's still there. He had his hand up.
I see that just now. I saw his hand up. He didn't have it up before. I'm not that blind. I'm calling tomorrow. The eye doctor, the eye care place, to get my get the appointment to get the cataract taken out of my eyes, and I can't wait for this shit.
John, it's loved it. It's so easy. Trust me.
Have
And
you
I
had
see
it,
like,
Linda?
yeah, I had both of them done. And
Me too.
See, you're
I was just like you. I couldn't see for so long. My friend finally said, "Linda, just go to the optometrist." I went to the eye doctor, and they sent me there. And my left eye, or my right eye, was really bad, but my left eye wasn't that bad. And it took like 9 minutes. It looked like it was kind of cool. Like they kind of give you an injection, and you just lay there, and they pull the screw. You just don't feel anything. You're like watching these weird lights. Yeah, and just it was nice. And then you wake up going, well, yeah, you're not out of it, but you're just totally there. But you're watching like this show in your eye. It's like really cool, like colors, and you're like, wow. And then all of a sudden, they're like, you're done. You're like, no, wait, I want to go back, and then you can see. It's amazing.
I am. I'm looking forward because ever since I brought it up, yes, everybody has made comments and everything about how great it is after they have the cataracts removed, that you can see so many colors better.
That's wonderful.
It went to mushrooms.
every year. I mean, I still have glasses, but they're tweaked, and it's just much better. Wonderful, just for reading. Great stuff.
Well, I
get it done. You'll love it.
So,
Just don't do what I did.
what did you do?
Well, I had a good look at the doctor, and I said, "You want ugly?" No.
Yeah. See. Yeah. No, I ain't doing that, Joe. I like my eyeballs. Uncle Fatty, how in the hell are you?
Just a real quick fuck MAGA.
Fuck them guys.
Yeah, buddy.
Fuck. We keep trying to pull them over and knock some sense into the head. Like I told him today, you listen to this man. Look at the dictionary. Damn, Google it. You'll find out everything you want to know.
They're ready.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Like you said earlier on your rant, John, definitions, man. Words have meaning.
Yes, they do.
Throw these words back in their faces. Do not let them get away with shit for the next 49 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Not by me, brother. I'm going to be out there almost every day. Almost. I took Saturday off.
So my good buddy Steve that was hanging with me here a couple weeks ago and just loves your guys' broadcast and stuff here. He's been spreading the word. He's been sharing this shit, you know. And one of my good buddies, a brother of mine, really passed away Thursday night.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And you know, we worked on him for quite a while. He went through a lot of stuff, you know, battles with sobriety, battles with, you know, depression, and just normal American stuff. And I feel 100% so much better about the whole situation, knowing that he did not die a fucking MAGA supporter.
Well, that's good. You know,
straight up.
There's hope for everybody.
This show had a lot to do with it, you guys. I'm telling you, this grassroots stuff, this you know, down to earth people talking about down to earth things, and real things that have meanings and subjects that have definitions.
And a lot of people, I would have never thought I would have a show and do anything like this in my life. Never. I'm sitting in a room by myself with a camera on me. Are you shitting me? No, I wouldn't have done this. I don't think Leo Sahaki would have, or Virginia Woodley, or any of us that have stood up and used their voice since this man came on the scene. Because that's how bad it is when everyday Americans out here go, oh, no, we ain't putting up with this shit. I got to say something.
John, that "Make America Great," that sounds awesome, don't it?
Does.
That falls into that false patriotism shit that you talk about.
Who doesn't want to make America great? It's that last word. Again, wait a minute. Back up the bus.
What was Hitler's slogan for his campaign? Make Germany great.
Make Germany great.
Again.
Boy, howdy.
Everything is being quoted. Stephen Miller is the guy's speechwriter. He's a Nazi.
It's the same strategy. He is using the exact same strategy that Hitler used in 1930s Germany to convince good German people that it was patriotic to do what they wanted to do, to incite people to turn against their neighbors. to turn them in, to ship them off in boxcars, to be that hateful. And not just the Jews, the gypsies, anybody that they threw on the bus, baby.
The others.
The others.
It's
they
so
were
much easier
poisoning
nowadays
the blood
with,
of Germany.
With the information age now, it's so much easier.
Yes.
Really.
Yeah.
We got to fight them online. Like I said, man, Fox is posting at least a dozen 1 hour or 1 minute clips, you know, every 4 hours. You know,
speaking of which,
and they've got some crazy stuff going on over there, and some crazy theories that are feeding right into this whole crap. And
on that note,
he's got the world's best propaganda machine. Hitler had the best propaganda machine
for its time
behind him, and that's why he.
And now Trump does too.
Trump's got it.
Got Fox News, Breitbart, all sorts of freaking people out there pumping him up. Anyway,
well,
on that note, we're gonna have to wrap it up for the evening. But on that note of getting the word out, there will be some changes coming to this show. For one, thanks to Benita Townsend, who stepped up and insisted to do something, we are going to have a new computer. And not only that, we are going to have the capability to take this show, this audience, and this Discord channel live on location wherever the hell we want to go. So, yes, and that opens up a lot of things. No, we are going to be able to be mobile. We're going to be able to include Discord in the chat and a live feed, the whole 9 yards, just like we're doing now. But we might be doing it. Oh, I don't know. I hope maybe like at the Democratic headquarters here in Corpus Christi when they're having a meeting. And I could just set my stuff up in the background and put the camera up there and just, do those kind of things.
Would you go? Would you go to a Trump rally?
I would. Is my family going to let me go to a Trump rally? No. No, they would stand in the door and beat Dad with a stick because, they don't like it because I wear my T-shirts to town. And some of them
you can do street interviews. We can interview people in the street
anywhere. We could do live anywhere. We're going to try to incorporate it to where we can have somebody else on the screen besides me. We'll have another window there with maybe Leo Sahaki over there, and we could talk live during the show and all that stuff. I'm trying so hard, and this is the hard part. I want to incorporate TikTok into the lives. It's difficult because we can't figure out how to get the sound of Discord into TikTok because TikTok doesn't go with OBS, which is the system I use to broadcast. I have OBS and Discord and I don't know the programs Travis has all over the damn place that makes this shit work. I'm not the tech guy, but
you got to link it into Twitch or Kick.
I'm on,
and then bounce it through that way. It'll work.
Yeah, we're going to try to figure it out because this family has grown, and there are new names coming in every day, and I appreciate that. But it's getting the voice out. The bigger this family grows, the more the whole system is. My show's growing. Somebody else's show is growing. It's those combined voices that we are going to need in the ballot, in the voting booths, come 24. And we need everybody, all hands on deck, baby. Nobody stays in the bunker, baby. Everybody has to be on the line, because that's the way we win.
Right.
We can't stay in the bunker.
You know the best thing about Antifa, John?
That voting booth. Yes, sir.
You know the best thing about Antifa is there is no official membership page. There's no nothing. If you're Antifa, you declare it yourself.
Yeah, I'm Antifa. I'm anti-fascist. And guess who?
Damn right.
Donald Trump's the biggest example of fascism I have seen this country face since the history books of World War II. This is it. He's on the line. And you go farther, read the other book. I think he's the freaking Antichrist. The world.
This is effective to the world. Indeed. This could bleed out of America into the world. Indeed. He is pus, and anyone he touches becomes infected. There will be a lot of countries, such as ours, that if he is a president, we don't want him here to do any visits here. We don't want our government to deal with him. This is how it will be with many countries. It's going to be very hard for America.
We either deal with this now, or this is something that the United States and the world is going to be dealing with for generations to come. If we don't draw the line here, and that's how serious this shit is, because if you put that man in power again, you think he's ever going to leave? Oh, no, baby. We will, like I say, move from democracy to something else. And it'll be so smooth and easy, you probably won't even recognize it, except for maybe some of your friends are missing. Yeah. Anyway, I guess we ought to wrap it up for the evening. And I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight and joining the discussion. It's always lively when we all get together, and it's important that we do. Anyway, Uncle Fatty, thank you, brother, for popping in.
Last one out.
No, just the one closest to me. The one you swear on the icons over here. The one when I see the first was you, and then right next to you is Joe, and then I think it's Ed, and I can't read shit. But I'm going to get that.
Well, it's always good to hear Miss Bernie and Miss Linda and Miss Chick in here, the absolute voices of angels.
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
They are. If it weren't for Miss Chick and Bernadette, I'd be treading water out here. I really would. These two ladies hold it together for me.
They are the anchors. They are the anchors.
They are, indeed.
Very much appreciated.
They're the glue. They are the glue.
And you too, old boy.
They keep this family together, indeed. Don't think that Miss Chick and Bernadette don't have a wide reach in this family, because they're in contact with a lot of blue dots. And that's, and you can see that in the chat here, always pointed out. The conversations that they say hello to each other. This is a family. We all sitting around the table. We just can't see anything. The only thing we can all see is the old man, the grandpa at the head of the table over there. We got to fix that shit. Anyway. Uncle Fatty, like I said, thank you very much for coming in, brother. We appreciate it.
Enjoy the rest of the weekend, guys. And
you bet.
Whatever you can do, flip a friend, flip a family member.
There you go.
If you care for them, if you care for them even a little bit, start working on them, because they're ready to listen. That's all I'm going to say about that.
There you go. Out of his mouth, right to your ears. Anyway.
Much love.
I'm getting screwed up here. I'm seeing things. Anyway, Joe.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming in, brother. I appreciate it tremendously.
No problem. Hey, when you get your eyesight back, just don't say I'm ugly. I'm really.
Hey.
I carry my feelings on my sleeve.
Yeah, me too, brother. I look in the mirror. I see myself.
I hear. We're not the young guys we used to be.
Look like a sow's ear or something. I don't know. I ain't cutting this beard
I'll see you in the blue room.
It's the only thing that hides the ugly. Brother, I appreciate you tremendous, Joe. I'm going to come see you in the next day or two. I have to come see you in the next day or two. You'll see me.
You bet you.
I do. I need to come borrow your whack thing.
Anyway. Yes, it's there. It's yours. Just like you're my brother.
I appreciate it, Joe. Hey, let me thank Fan, who just came in with another $5. Fan, thank you very much. I appreciate it tremendously. And said, please don't use TikTok. I'd pay $100 a month membership to avoid giving the Chinese a dime. Don't let China use your content. Please, love you all. Fuck Trump. I'm already on there. They got a big following over there. Shit, everybody knows me. My chance of hiding anything from anybody anymore are long gone.
Well, once you get through the Chinese, there you're gonna have 100 million Chinese listening.
I worry about a lot of things. Doing this, and if you have a family like we have a reach, and when people around you find out and they're not of the same persuasion, and they have a tendency to let you know that.
Yep.
And it taxes the whole psyche, Anyway, fuck them people. I get past it anyway. Anyway, Ed, thank you, Ed, for coming in. I appreciate it tremendously.
John, sorry about the feedback or something. I don't know what's going on with my mic, but it's great feedback.
Yeah, you got something going on with your mic, because you're coming in really crackly now. Kind of.
Coming in garbled, like can barely hear you.
Yeah, it's hard to hear you.
Yeah,
so
I think this. Maybe I can reset once we're in the blue room.
Maybe so. Check it out there.
It's good to hear from you.
And
check all your
brother,
connection.
Always glad to hear you, brother. We appreciate it.
Same here. Same here.
And James.
John.
You taking care of my dog, buddy?
Oh, she's over here snoring right now.
Good,
she's had a big Thanksgiving, got her belly full.
I figured as much. Mine did too. And all the cats outside too. They've all been having a ball.
I just want to say I love this family, and a lot of times I've got things going on, and I try to let this program play in the background while I'm doing stuff, and you keep drawing me back. I can't get shit done because y'all talk about good shit.
We'll draw your ass back in here. We'll drag you up here kicking and screaming. Get your ass in here. No, brother, I enjoy your company. And I like your dog. You know? If I like your dog, well, shit, man. You're right up there, brother. I'm telling you. That's the way I roll. I like your dog.
Thank y'all for inviting me in.
James, we appreciate you every time you show up, brother. Thank you. And the feeling's mutual. Anyway, that's all the guys we got. Yeah, there you go. Now move on to the ladies. Hello, Linda.
Hello.
Get rid of all them guys. How you doing tonight?
Good.
Thank you for coming in, darling. I appreciate it.
Sure thing, and I'll be back maybe Tuesday. And check your mailbox. You're on my Christmas card list.
Am I on your Christmas card list? Bless your heart, baby. I'm going to be there tomorrow morning. Because I think there's something down there waiting on me. I don't know.
Nah, I'm going to send it out. It'll be sent out Monday, so a couple days.
Well, I'll be keeping an eye out for it. 'Tis the season, baby.
Awesome.
We tend to get Christmas cards, and I love them. And you'll get called out every one of them. Anyway, Linda, thank you for coming in, darling. We appreciate it.
Okay, talk to you soon.
All right, you too. And miss you, chick. You got somebody you want to share? Did anybody share this shit?
A lot of people shared your shit.
Cool.
I'm getting nuzzled by a dog right now.
Oh, lucky you. I would be too, but I have to close the door.
Right. We talked about that New Year's resolution last time. Do you remember what it was?
Is this going to be on the test?
It's going to be on the test. There will be a test.
My Rolodex is going. What was we talking about?
For everyone to please check their voting status.
Yes.
Make sure you are registered properly, that you know where to vote and when to vote and what to vote on. Check all of that shit, because
even if you're not, you can still have a provisional ballot.
Yeah.
Yes. Check into all the details, all of the rules.
Let's get it all taken care of before you show up.
Because every state's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Not everybody's the same.
And there's been changes.
Well, and there was 28 states just this year have been doing some stuff based on voting. So check your state out. Some of it might be good, some of it might be bad. They were trying to, repeal some stuff, and they're trying to implement some stuff, and so you need to check and see where your state is. Specifically, Minnesota had 7 different tries at something.
Damn.
I don't know what they were doing.
Really?
Yeah. So did Missouri. Had 7, and they're all dead. Thank goodness. I think.
I checked out because I just voted not long ago, just a few weeks ago, like everybody else did. So
yeah, I didn't see
anything
in Texas, but yeah. Anyway, so that was my rant for today. But we did have some shit sharers.
Did they share this shit?
They did share this shit.
Who shared this shit?
And they just shared this shit today, I think.
Really?
Robin Jones Pearson from Virginia.
Outstanding.
Daniel Lowe from Arizona. Darren George from New Jersey, and I know he's a frequent sharer of this shit.
Outstanding Jersey. Thank
Caroline Good from California. Winston Nichols from California. And Phil Cruz from New York. No relation to Ted.
No. If I had that last name, maybe I'd be saying that. No relation to Cruz. No Ted Cruz. No, not in our family. I'd be saying the same thing. Outstanding. We appreciate that. That's cute. No association to Ted. Well, we appreciate everybody who shares this shit. And like Uncle Fatty was saying, talk to people. Be an advocate for democracy, and you don't have to be pushy with it. Just slide it in there. Like Bill Jones said, call your local Democratic Party and get involved. That's great advice from Bill. That's one of the neatest things you can do, because you will. Yeah. You call down to your local Democratic Party and just say, I was thinking about coming down and helping. Or just go to a meeting. and show up and listen to what they're talking about. And you can get easily pulled into it because it's more of a social thing for the right reasons. So, it's a twofer. You get benefit both ways. So, yeah, we highly encourage you to I did it. And like I say, when we get live, we might just take a camera down there to the live Democratic. Anyway, I'd have to get their permission, but might be talking secret stuff or something that night.
I would like to see you in the local. Like to see you in the local mall interviewing the local people.
You want to get me? You hate me, don't you, Dave?
Yeah, that wouldn't go.
Well, I
well.
just want to find out
where I live.
The man. No, the man on the street.
Oh, I could. I mean,
street.
I could, but yeah, no, my sons wouldn't let me do that because Travis would hit me over the head with a hammer. But it's not out of the realm. I will if I'm live somewhere and somebody walks up and talks. Oh yeah, I'm there. I don't back away from any discussion. I don't back away from shit. So there you go. Falls under that same thing. Anyway.
In the meantime, John.
In the meantime,
everyone can like, share, and subscribe.
Everybody can. The power is in your hands. It's right down there. Use the force. Hit the button. Use the force. And Miss Chick, thank you.
You're
for
welcome,
everything
John.
you do. And Bernie.
Yes, John.
Glad to have you back, baby. We missed you.
Oh well, thank you.
Thank you for everything you do.
I just want to follow up on what Easy Chick was saying, and saying that www.vote.gov, you can register to vote, you can check your registration, you can get to your state's website to check your registration with your Secretary of State through one website, www.vote.gov.
Indeed.
Federal website that will allow you to do any, because voter suppression is real.
It's a real thing.
And the Supreme Court is about to rule on the last standing remnant of the Voting Rights Act of 1965, Section 2, is about to be decided by the Supreme Court. And they are going to change how, it will stop places like the ACLU and other nationwide organizations from bringing voting right issues to the court, and stop giving us standing to be able to say, hey, I have a problem with voting and I want to take it to court. They're stopping all of that. And this is what this is what voting does. When you vote for the president, he gets to sit the Supreme Court. You see, they're taking our rights away,
and as
one by
as
one.
a citizen, there is no greater right that you have is to have your voice in our government. That's your vote.
Yep.
Your vote is your voice. If you don't vote, your voice is for sure not being heard.
You can also call your representative or your senator at the U.S. Congress or the Senate House at area code 202-224-3151. Contact your local representative and tell them how you feel.
Yeah.
Use your voice. It is most important that we use our voices.
If you don't want to call, use the power of the pen. Write a letter.
You can write to them. You can call there and get their address and send it directly to their Washington D.C. office, and or get them at the state level.
I'm with Greg.
Get them in your district.
Need an overhaul. Yep.
Absolutely.
Anyway, Bernadette, thank you.
There are things we can do. We just have to be proactive and stop the propaganda.
Because that's
stop
what
the
we're talking
propaganda.
About. Anything that can be done, we're the ones that have to be doing it. So.
Yep.
Let's get busy. Yep. Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna be back.
Harris 2024. Let's go do this.
Let's do it, baby. Because I don't want what the other side's offering. Anyway.
Nope.
And we will continue our discussion about more things that we could possibly do to help in the upcoming election. So yeah, keep using your brain. Think about the things that you could possibly introduce to the family that maybe we could do. In the meantime, we will be back here Tuesday for another Blue Dot family meeting. So until then, I want to thank everybody, thank you, and everybody that donated tonight. Those names going by that help support this show. That's going to allow us to do the things I'm talking about, go live somewhere else and expand this a little bit more. And I can only do that because of the benevolence of this family and I appreciate it tremendously, and I love you for it, baby. Thank you. Anyway, like I said, we'll be back Tuesday, so y'all say good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. We'll see y'all later. We're all headed to the Blue Room. Get on Discord.